Hello, it's Gary Pearce here from ESID Consulting. I just wanted to talk to you today about media reports in the UK over the last couple of days that have been talking about the drone chaos caused at Gatwick Airport just before Christmas last year. Now, if the media reports are to be believed, and here's one of them. Basically, what it says is that the police believe that the person or persons responsible for causing the chaos at Gatwick with those drones was a disgruntled employee, an insider. And actually, if that's true, it makes quite a lot of sense to me from my service in the police and helping organisations manage their insider threat. You see, the thing is, insiders are really, really challenging to identify in the first place. And when an insider or a disgruntled employee decides to cause damage to the business, it's really, really difficult and expensive and time-consuming to deal with. The reason being is that they know the systems, they know the organisations, they know what security protocols are in place, and they know how to avoid capture and detection. But here's the thing. Disgruntled employees do not live in isolation. There will be people, their colleagues and their peers within the same organisation and within the same teams that know that people are unhappy in their workplace because they hear them down the pub bad-mouthing the management or bad-mouthing the company. They might see things posted on social media. So people will know who's unhappy in the organisation. The other thing to bear in mind is that people don't come into organisations being automatically disgruntled. Organisations create disgruntled employees. They are homegrown. And they're created because people have a perception, or it's real, that they're not treated properly, that they're not treated equally along the same lines of everybody else, that managers may have their favourites and they're not one of them. They might have been passed over for a promotion, or they may have been promised a course and didn't get it, or maybe they didn't get the trip that they thought that they were entitled to. The point is that there are lots and lots of small and inconsequential things that will happen over a long period of time that build up and compound on top of each other until eventually the scales tip. And when those scales tip, that's the point where your unhappy employee becomes disgruntled. The other thing, from my knowledge and from lots and lots of research, is that disgruntled employees are, again, they're not in isolation, but they will be part of teams of people who are unhappy, maybe, or dysfunctional in one way or another. And the reason being is because they are managed badly. That their supervisors aren't very good, or that things they do are inappropriate. So in a large organisation, you will get clusters of people who feel disenfranchised, who are unhappy in their place of work, who aren't as productive or as diligent maybe as they could be. That, a lot of it, is caused by poor management. Now, everybody knows in organisations who's a good manager and who isn't. Everybody knows who's unhappy in their work. But the problem comes is that in lots and lots of organisations, there is no facility whereby employees or supervisors can report up the chain of their concerns. There's no one to say, oh, I think that person's a risk to the organisation, because there are no systems in place. Now, call those systems whatever you will. You can call them a insider threat management program. You can call them a risk management program, an employee risk management program. Or you could call it a counterintelligence program. It doesn't really matter what you call it, providing you have a program, a governance system in place that enables the management and the board of the organisation to have proper oversight of what employees are up to within the organisation, on the IT network, but elsewhere. You need to know what your employees are feeling. And providing you know that, then you're able to put strategies in place to mitigate those issues that you found. And it may be that you can change management around. It may be that you can provide someone with a pat on the back to keep them happy, or just to let them know that you do acknowledge the work they put in. But you can't do that unless you have those reporting mechanisms and unless you have the systems in place to analyse those risks. If you do, you can mitigate and you can manage the employee risk or the insider threat. And you can prevent your happy employees from becoming unhappy and those unhappy employees from becoming a disgruntled employee. If you've got any questions about what I've said to you today, don't hesitate to get in touch. Use the link at the bottom of the page, drop me an email or give me a call. I'd be very happy to talk through and to speak to you.